help you interact with other people that are around you. And PE is exposure to other sports. And our last speaker was Firstly, PE reduces stress. Usually in PE we do stuff like throwing, running, and jumping. And all of these things are kind of exercise. When we do exercise, our body releases endorphins, which are a hormone which makes you feel good. Before class, if we do PE, like I said, exercise, it'll make you more comfortable and not stressful. That means you can focus on listening to teachers and classmates once you get out of the PE lesson. That's very good, because if you are not focused, you won't learn anything in class. In CIS, we do like yoga too. This helps calm your body down and helps even more when it comes to focusing in class. I think this should be passed on to other schools because it helps students relax more. Your parents pay money to send you to school to learn. And if you don't focus in the lessons, it is pointless for them to send you to the schools, which are supposed to help you learn more things. For these reasons, us affirmative speakers really believe that PE every day keeps health issues away. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The motion of today's debate is that Hong Kong children should have a PE lesson every day. We, the negative team, believes that this statement is false. Today, as the first speaker, I will be talking about exercises, lesson replacements, and exams. Our second speaker for the negative team will talk about being tired and stressed. And at last, our third speaker will rebut and sum up the case. But before I start my points, I shall offer some rebuttals. The first speaker of the affirmative team has tried to say that it reduces stress. No, the first speaker is wrong. Yes, students may relax from sport, but they will get very tired and most likely affects learning. My first point is that it is a lesson, not an exercise session. Scientists say that when people exercise, it helps people's blood flow better. Yes, that may be true, but like I said, it's not an exercise, it's a lesson. You can have a 20 minutes run every morning, but that's your decision. In PE, we learn. We learn how our muscles work. We learn about strategies, not exercising. Therefore, I believe that having a PE lesson every day is not necessary. Now, to my second point, lesson replacements. If we really do have a PE lesson every day, then what lesson would you replace? For example, would you say art? No! Does it mean you think art is not an important subject? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. My last and final point is exams. PE lessons doesn't need to be taught every day. It does not help children pass exams, but maths, English, science will. PE is good, but it's not meant to be taught every day. Most kids like PE, but what would they be when they leave school? A famous player? A PE teacher? Most likely not. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we believe that Hong Kong children should not have a PE lesson every day. Thank you.
I am the second affirmative speaker for this motion. Hong Kong children should have a PE lesson every day. The first negative speaker for this motion said that that it can take like what class should it replace. But it does not really matter because as long as you're doing something that moves, it is still exercise. Like it could be 10 jumping jacks in a lesson. It doesn't matter as long as you're exercising. And as long as there's a teacher, it's still a PE lesson. And she also didn't directly rebuttal to us, so that means she is in a way agreeing with us. PE can help you interact with other people that are around. When children are at a playground, they usually split up to play with their friends that are closer to them. They wouldn't just suddenly go up to a person that they don't really know and want to suddenly become friends with them. The PE they kind of force you to interact with other people because you're in the same room and you're doing exercise together. And PE includes a lot of teamwork and collaboration. There's a lot of sports that also include teamwork and collaboration, so they have to do a lot of that PE. I also think that PE is an exposure to other sports. In PE, they introduce new sports to you. And if someone in PE tried that particular sport and they enjoyed it, then they might want to start playing that for a club or something. And they also may introduce it to other people and more people would soon play that sport. Also, if a sports club don't have enough children for a team for a particular sport, and students from different schools learn that sport and they enjoy it, then they may want to start playing for that school, for that club. Out of all of my reasons, that's why we think PE every day keeps health issues away. Thank you. Will continue their case.
Good afternoon, ladies and chairman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the second speaker for the negative team, and I believe that students should not have PE lessons every day. Before I begin, I shall offer some rebuttals. At the last part, the second speaker said, you said that PE lessons keep issues away. But what if you get injured? What is that then? Now I shall begin my words. These days, the word stress is used universally to describe students. They get it from school, parents, and other external activities, and the list goes on and on. One suggestion to combat stress is to have regular gym classes. Would it work? I beg to differ. I believe forcing students to take gym classes would increase their stress levels and do nothing to benefit them. Some of the students who are physically less talented might even get bullied every day. They should have the freedom and the choice. Another important aspect is their exhaustion level. They might get trained that it will affect their concentration level in other classes, and eventually it creates a dangerous cycle. On the other side, people would say PE lessons and classes would be the ideal platform for students to be more lean, pick up knowledge and application about teamwork, and meet even more people. I do not disagree with this, but I believe there are other methods to learn these skills. The word required is very sensitive these days. It would create a negative perception in students' minds. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the end of my speech.
Conclude their case.
Good afternoon, I'm Isabel Hu, and I'm on the affirmative side of Hong Kong kids should have PE every day. Firstly, the negative side said that what if you get injuries and you can't do PE? But in our school, when you get an injury, you can just sit out. Like normally, we could do this every day. If there's a special condition or an injury, you could always tell the teacher, and maybe they'll send you to the nurse to sit out, or maybe they'll just give you, if it's not that severe of an injury, they'll just give you an easier thing to do. Our first speaker, Nathan, said that it is scientifically proven that PE reduces stress, and that is true because PE also counts as yoga, and which is known for calming and relaxing the mind and helping people focus. In our case, we are talking about school. And if it helps people focus, then why not use it in school every day too? We could learn more and learn better if we are focused, and that would be better than not learning too much in a long period of time with lots of classes. But it was better if we could just focus and do less classes but learn a lot. Our second speaker, Annabelle, has also stated that PE can help you interact with other people. Kids generally also just stick with their group or a group of close friends that like to play with them a lot. And they don't usually go out, make new friends, and try to interact with one another. That is also a very big problem in schools nowadays because like bullying and like people being excluded, that would actually be very bad. You can just keep up this bad habit and only stay in their group of friends. So if we have PE every day, then it would help people get closer together and introduce them to new sports. And for the following reasons, we think that PE every day keeps health issues away.
Here will conclude the debate.
Good afternoon, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. I am Julian Kwok, the third speaker for the negative team, and I strongly agree that students should not have a PE lesson every day. Before I begin my points, before I sum up the case, I shall offer some rebuttals. Third speaker for the affirmative team has said that even if you have PE lessons, students will, as you have said, also go with their friends. So PE lessons cannot help the students socialize. Now I shall sum up the case. The first negative speaker, Viola Ho, has introduced you to motion, talked about lesson replacement, exams, and exercises. Students could have a 20-minute free time, or even more, exercise in the beginning or in between lessons. Giving students the right to do whatever they want is better for both learning and emotions. She also has said they do not help in tests, which is true. PE lessons are basically an add-on lesson to the school, and thus no benefit to the students' learning. Teachers might even run out of sports subjects, and the children will get bored. The second negative speaker, David Lowe, has explained about how students will get bullied, get stressed, and be exhausted. People already have stress from parents and external activities, and in giving them more stress by having more PE lessons, that's just not right. The more students get tired and the more there are PE lessons, the less they will concentrate in class. Then the more there are PE lessons, the chances of the student getting hurt will increase. Then parents will ask for an explanation and might make the student leave the school. So just this one change could not only help the students, but also could help the school. He also has another main point. The word require is really sensitive these days. If you say something is required to the students, you probably have increased their stress level. So as a conclusion, we, the negative team, do not agree that students should have a PE lesson every day. Because bullying creates stress and affects students' learning because of their exhaustion. Thank you for your time, and this is the end of my speech.